Survival Bivvy Bag Challenge. I'm out here in the mountains. We've got severe rain warnings, severe wind warnings. I'm in a little sheep's hole. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but this is how I got here. Sometimes I really question my life choices, but here we go. How did I end up here? Hopefully I don't fall over. I have a bad habit of falling over these things. I'm like waist high in grass right now. No, that's chest high. This is a path apparently. What am I doing? There's a little bit up here where it kind of dips down and then goes back up to get to the peak. I'm gonna head there because in that dip I should be able to find some sufficient enough shelter from this wind. Not from the rain, but from the wind at least. It's starting to rain quite a lot heavier, but I'm almost at the little dip where I think I can settle my shelter for tonight. Oh, I need to keep moving. I've just come across this little sheep's den, and I think this is a good option. If up there isn't feasible, this is a good option for shelter. There aren't any spots up here that are sheltered enough from the wind. I'm gonna head back to where the sheep's little hole was and see if I can set up shelter there tonight. So in terms of shelter from the wind, it's quite good. I'm not getting battered half as much as I am when I'm stood up out there. So I think this is the spot for tonight. Let's get set up. There we go. I've got my pad here and I've got my bivvy bag. The last thing I'm going to get out is my sleeping bag, just because I want to keep it as dry as I can for as long as I can. So in an ideal scenario, instead of a down sleeping bag, you use a synthetic sleeping bag because they hold up a lot better in wet conditions like these. I look like the Michelin Man. Okay, so today I actually have two bivvy bags with me. I've got one for my backpack, one for me. I trust the bivvy bag more than I trust the flimsy waterproof covers that they all come with. So I like to just shove it in there. Yes, they are a bit more expensive, but there's just that peace of mind that I have warm, dry clothes and a dry sleeping bag in here. The game is to keep the sleeping bag as dry as you can. There's a difference between up here and down here. That's like night and day. Oh, that's lovely. The clouds are moving so fast. I'm in the clouds right now, and it's certainly a lot colder. It's currently 5 p.m. I've got until 8 a.m. tomorrow. Let's see if we can make it. So I'm doing this as a little experiment for myself to make sure that I am prepared to spend the night in bad weather conditions with just a bivvy bag. If I'm ever in this situation where I end up having to use just a bivvy bag, I'll be less worried, more calm, and more experienced in the situation if any of my gear doesn't pass the test, like my pants are definitely not waterproof, my legs are soaking wet, I have to change that. So I know for next time I need better pants. My shoe, one of my shoes is boggy. I don't know, but it's like squelchy inside my shoe. All of this is stuff that I can remember for next time, improve for next time. So if I am in this situation in a real world environment, I know what to do and I have the right gear for it. Let's do it. I think I need to get inside of my bivvy bag because it is getting a bit cold and I am soaking to the bone. My coat has passed the test. My coat is definitely waterproof. Might need a bit of a reproofing just to kind of get the beading back to normal. But it is holding up on the inside. I am not wet. My pants, on the other hand, my pants underneath my waterproof pants are absolutely drenched. So they did not pass the test. I don't know if you can tell how quick those clouds are moving, but for reference, the wind gusts are reaching 50km/h winds. It's around normal, like average wind is around 40, but every so often you'll hit that 50 gust and it just hits you like a brick. I think it's time to get inside of my bivvy bag before I get too cold. For me, I really struggle to get warm after I've hit that too cold point. So before I get to that point, I'm gonna hop in, I'm gonna get warm, and we're gonna get cozy. The wind and the rain have kind of died down a little bit right now, and I've actually got a view. I can see something other than clouds. It's actually really nice. I think I'm just dreaming about a full English breakfast right now. I'm not hungry. I've got packet pasta in my bag. It's like 2-minute pasta, but I really just can't be bothered to eat it. People my age are in clubs. I'm in a bag in a sheep hole on a mountain in the rain and wind. What am I doing with my life? Okay, it's starting to rain again. I've got my snacks. I'm going in. I'm going in my little sheep hole. I have a slight problem, which is the inside of my bivvy bag is quite damp and it's going through to my sleeping bag. It's 8 p.m. It started raining again. It's quite wet. Okay, that rain's quite heavy now. It's getting quite wet. I don't know if you can see that, but it is quite wet in here. One-handed, baby. This is a sticky toffee flavoured flapjack. This solves all problems in the world. I've actually managed to get some clear sky above me. There's some patches of clear sky at the moment, which is so nice. And I've actually got a bit of a break in the rain and the wind. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, that's a Big Dipper. I can see the Big Dipper. Okay, I think I'm gonna head to bed whilst I've got a weather window. I'm very excited to have a bit of a stargaze and then hopefully get a good night's rest. I'm aiming for at least 6 hours. Fingers crossed again. "7 a.m. I've just woken up. I feel inside out right now. I think I managed to actually get like 8 hours of sleep. I woke up a few times. I need to get out. I need to see what's going on out there. Good morning. It's a bit windy, but it's not raining. Wow. This view. I didn't see the view the whole of yesterday because it was dark, and then the rest of the time I was just in the clouds. It's beautiful. I don't think my idea of peace is going to last for long. The clouds coming my way look pretty grey. Goodbye. It's pretty cold when you're outside of the bag. I'm going to go back in. I need to try and get everything inside of my backpack and in the waterproof cover before the rain comes. I don't think I've got a lot of time, so I'm gonna do that quickly. Well, a bivvy bag does not compare to a tent in terms of comfort, but it does compare in terms of weight, size. It works. It's a good piece of kit that everyone should have. Yes, mine needs reproofing, but that's why I did this experiment. So if I am ever in a real world situation where my shelter has been compromised for the night, I'll have a bivvy bag set up, ready to go, and I'll know what works now. Well, I'm all packed up and ready to go. It's getting a lot windier now. But I'm very happy with how my little experiment went, because now I know what in my gear works and what doesn't work. Like, I need to reproof my bivvy bag, that's fine. I need some better waterproof pants and my boots. I can see the hole now, but I didn't see that before. So this one turned into a bog. This one's perfectly dry. So clearly, I need to fix up my boots, get some new pants. My coat held up really well. I might reproof that along with my bivvy bag. No harm in doing it. But everything else was really good. If that was a real world scenario, I would have been fine. I would have survived. The water didn't go through into my sleeping bag. It was on the outside, but it didn't penetrate fully through. So I kept nice and warm throughout the night. Quite windy now. Now this video is not a camping hack video. I'm not saying you only need a bivvy bag. I'm doing this as a complete safety experiment. Ah, you fell. I'd say this was a success, but I think it's time for me to go down, clean up my gear, sort out what I need to, and get a full English brekkie. Well, I think I'm going to head off before this wind gets any worse, but if you do want to leave any support for the adventures, keep the car fueled up, keep the adventures going, you can head over to my Patreon. I'll link it somewhere up here. Like, comment, subscribe, you know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on our next little adventure. Happy roaming, bye! It's so windy. I just slid like halfway down the hill on my bum by accident. I did not do that on purpose. I fell over and I just couldn't stop. Oh, well, falling over and going halfway down the hill on your bum is actually quite efficient.